All right, what's up, guys? I know it's been a while. I have not posted on YouTube for probably, I want to say 2 months at this point, or maybe a month and a half. I don't know, somewhere around there. But wanted to get back to it. To be completely honest with you, with other platforms, I don't know. I'm kind of sick of the short form content. It just drives me insane. There's no value to it. Doesn't matter how much like effort you put into things, people will just take what you say out of context no matter what. I'm still gonna post, obviously, don't worry, but it's just like, I don't know, I need something fresher, and I feel like YouTube, at least you guys can hear my full unadulterated thoughts. But anyways, today we are going to be training at Crunch. I've had a lot of people ask me for my lower day at Crunch specifically, because Crunch notoriously has all the switch loaded shit. So it's just, for some people, not ideal. I don't personally care. I think there's only one machine that kind of sucks on. It's the leg extension, because like I can easily max out the leg extension. Like it's not even hard. But I'm gonna be probably doing that single leg today, just to work around that. But no, like realistically, it's not hard to have a leg day here. I prefer Planet Fitness, but I can't film Planet Fitness. They don't like filming like this. They don't want me to have a tripod or anything like that, and yeah, so I can't do that. But here I can, so I figured, why not? I'll film a little leg day, we'll chat a little bit. There's some things I want to talk about anyways, so I figured might as well go to Crunch, right? But anyways, I guess before we work out, I wanted to talk about, I think, bro science versus the science-based community. This is something I've been wanting to talk about for a while, because it's just getting progressively worse. We have a movement of really anti-science-based people that are pushing a narrative that's just super toxic, super aggressive, because I think people are just getting sick of the science-based community. And you know what? To a point, I understand, right? I actually understand some of their criticism. When I say some, I don't mean that science-based lifting is dorky or gay or any of that crap that they like to say. It's more that the community itself, in the science-based community, is a bit, they go too far with things. They really do. And unfortunately, I don't think there's anything that's going to stop that. I think it's just going to be something that the community and the people in the community have to learn eventually. But if they don't learn it, I guess the community is just going to go wherever it goes, right? But I think the problem with the anti-science-based community is, even though they have the right idea in that sense that we need to criticize some things that the science-based community does, I don't get how, like, why they go as far as they do. Like, there's accounts that are completely dedicated to the sole purpose of stitching science-based creators and shitting on them. That's all their account is. There's no value outside of that, and that's all they bring to the table. And people eat it up, because people feed off of negative shit, and they love to see people shit on other people. That's the truth. Social media is like we want to pretend like everyone's all like positive. People feed off negativity. That's the truth. People are negative ass people. Like, people want to be haters because they themselves aren't happy with where they are, and they want to hate on people who are happy with what they're doing. Now, on the other hand, science-based community, okay? I love the science-based community in some aspects, okay? I don't have any problems with like the big creators. I don't want to make this a personal thing. It's just the overall community itself is the Dunning-Kruger. It really is. And that's not, like I said, I'm not coming after specific creators. It's just the community as a whole, the commenters, the people who are constantly engaging with the science-based community, who say they're a part of the community, who maybe also post some videos. Maybe they also post a little bit. Some of them are just the plain definition of Dunning-Kruger, because you'll watch some of their videos, they'll talk about something that, yeah, maybe it's objectively true. They're not necessarily like regurgitating in a bad way. They're just saying something that's an objective fact. Maybe they don't understand it fully, but hey, whatever, right? But then you'll watch them, you know, have this like little, I guess, phrase or something, and then you're watching them train, and you're just like, holy shit, what is this, right? Like, you're watching their form, and it's horrendous. It's a single joint movement with like 3 different other I say single joint movement. It's a single joint exercise where they're incorporating like in crazy amounts of, like, let's say it's a tricep extension. They're incorporating like 20 million degrees of internal rotation while simultaneously fucking like shoulder extending as much as possible just to elbow extend, right? Like that's the whole point. Like when you're doing a tricep extension, the entire purpose is to keep your elbow fixed and just extend the elbow. That's literally the only point. And yes, there's going to be some times where if you're like training hard, you're going to have some internal rotation, some shoulder extension occur, but like to the degree where it's like they're flailing, it's like, what are we doing? Like, and I see this a lot. It's not just with tricep extensions, it's everything. It's like lat pull downs, chest flies. Like, holy shit, I see the amount of chest flies I see like this, they're like crunching into it like that. I'm like, what are we doing? That's not a chest fly. Like, that's not a single joint movement at that point. You're like protracting your shoulders forward, internally rotating. Like, you're doing so many other actions. You're talking about motor unit recruitment. Then why the hell are you incorporating, like, you're making it a fucking multi-joint movement at that point? So there's just times where they clearly, they'll state things that are true, like I said, but then they'll do something that goes against everything they say without even realizing it. And they get really upset when you call them out on like their form. They really do. And they're like, oh, it's not ego lifting. It's like, yes, it is. It's ego lifting. You're lifting with form that is objectively dog shit, okay? And unfortunately, it really is apparent, specifically with I think the TikTok side of science-based lifting. And that's not, like I said, I'm not trying to hate on specific creators. So I'm not gonna even name names. I'm not gonna put their accounts up because some of them are followers of mine. Some of them I see all the time, just popping up on my For You page, and it's pretty bad. But overall, I think there needs to be a little bit of better communication between science-based people and bro science people. I think we have this really big disconnect because we're so focused on science-based community is so focused on maximizing growth that they will shit on anyone who trains even slightly different than them. Oh, you do 4 to 6 reps. Oh, you're fucking not, if you don't train 4 to 6 reps, you're not maximizing growth. Oh, you train to failure. Oh, you're basically just gonna have too much fatigue. Like, when you say stuff like that, you might be joking, right? But you don't know the people that you're joking to, right? You're just going up to random accounts and saying, holy fatigue. And you're like rage baiting them essentially. And you wonder why they get mad at you. You wonder why the pro science community doesn't like you, because you don't rage bait people that you don't know. Without like, if you expect to rage bait someone you don't know and they're not going to do something about it, you kind of deserve what happens to you, right? Like, I'm not going to go under account of someone doing 12 plus reps and say, oh, you're a fucking idiot, cardio maxing. Like, what? That's no, like, that's not something you should be doing. Now, if they say 12 reps is the best way to maximize growth, maybe I'll make a video, right? Because I can actually talk about this. I'm not going to shit on them. I'm just going to provide evidence. If they disagree, it's whatever. But like, if you're just going around shitting on people for training differently, what do you expect when the bro science people are going to come back and attack you? I mean, bro science people, let's be honest, most of them are training for enjoyment. If you're training if you're doing like a chest day, a back day, I'm gonna be real, you probably haven't looked into the science at all, or you just don't know how to look into the science and you don't care to, which, like I said, it's fine. They're not really talking about maximizing growth. They want to be hardcore. They want to train like a psychopath. Like, that's fine. You know what? Let people do that. But at the end of the day, like, if you're gonna, like, at the same time, I would say at the same time, like, if bro science people come back and they're all like, this is the best way to train, we gotta call them out on that. But the problem is, we're not just calling out people who are making claims. We are calling out people who literally just train the way they enjoy, and then we're rage baiting and expecting them not to clap back, right? You know why the science-based lifting crowd went mainstream? It went mainstream for the wrong reason. We went mainstream for rage baiting. That's the truth. We are literally going, like, I even saw Lex Little, some of the like big bodybuilders talking about the science-based community, and like, you're not even getting recognition in a way you want. You're getting recognition for being annoying. Why would you want these people to think you're annoying? Don't you want to be a part of the community, or do you want to like separate yourself and be like this weird niche that everyone hates? Like, we should be encouraging people to be more intelligent. Why are we, like, the whole point of science-based lifting is to maximize growth, right? We don't need more negative connotations around science, especially in this day and age when science is like, I think intellectualism in general is at an all-time low, and specifically education in terms of science is also at an all-time low, especially in America. So why the hell are we doing everything in our power to make more people hate us? Like, everything we do, anything, we're like, it's just, I don't understand it. I don't. And it's like, we're doing everything in our power to rage bait people for views. Like, we gotta stop. Like, at what point is it like just hurting us? Like, I hate to even say this, but also, like, look at how many like views the haters of science-based creators are getting in comparison to you guys as a science-based community, right? They are stacking views while you guys, our views are plummeting, because anytime someone sees anything scientific now, snooze fest. They don't give a fuck, because you guys ruined it. You ruined it by rage baiting too much, and now you're paying the price. You're not going to get big views anymore because no one wants to hear you. So now we can't educate people, right? So now all the people who are actual educators are going to struggle to actually get their point across without being associated with rage bait. And that's why it's frustrating, especially for someone like me, because I like to educate people. I like to talk about subjects in regards to science and how to apply it to your training, but I can't even do that now because I'm almost like just fully associated with a community that's just, it's arrogant. It's arrogant. It's full of people who think they know everything, and it's like, it's also just frustrating for me because it's like, where the hell do I go, right? I don't want to go bro science. I don't want to go with Neanderthals over here who like are shitting on kids for, you know, training science-based, but I also can't really be as involved in the science-based community because it's just like, I don't want to be a rage baiter, you know? I kind of want to do my own thing. So honestly, like, I'm probably just going to talk on subjects mostly here. Like, I'll probably post videos still on Instagram and TikTok, but when it comes to like maybe more educational stuff, I'll probably just post here every now and then, or just really in my community, because I don't know if it even makes sense to waste my time when clearly it's just, at this point, no one gives a fuck. So either ways, I know there was a lot. There's a lot of ranting. Just a lot going on right now, especially with social media. I don't think it's going to get better anytime soon. Unfortunately, I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. But I'm still, like I said, I'm still going to post consistently. Oh my god, I just spit like crazy. But I'm still going to post consistently. Still going to show you guys my progress because I really want to demonstrate that my training does actually work, obviously. But and that's kind of what I'm going to do with YouTube. I want to document, you know, progress, show you guys progression. So I guess starting today, this is a leg day. I don't know how many leg days I'll do here. Probably like every other leg day, just so I can at least be consistent. I love the Planet Fitness leg stuff. It's just I can't film there. So you'll probably see like one leg day video a week, and one upper body day, just so you guys can see, you know, what I'm doing. So either ways, let's get to it. I really want to train, so let's go. Okay, so that kind of wraps up the workout. Honestly, it was kind of the leg press machine was broken, so I had to do Smith machine squat, which, god, I haven't done that in a while. Beltless too, like that was fucking ass. I mean, at least I was still hitting 3 plates plus, like that made me feel a little better. But yeah, no, that was ass. I was not prepared for that, so that felt really awkward. And then the hip thrust machine also not working, and I usually do SLDL one day, hip thrust the next, right, to give myself a break. That wasn't gonna happen. And the problem is I did 2 sets of leg curls thinking, oh, I'll just go do the hip thrust machine, and yeah, no, so it wasn't working. I was like, fuck. So I went to go do Kind of like a RDL, SLDL thing. I low-key turned it into an RDL just because I didn't want too much hamstring involvement. So I got a lot of adductor, a lot of glutes. So then on top of that, the adductor machine, some lady was on it for like 20 minutes and I was tired of waiting. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go. Because I trained the squat and the SLDL, RDL thing. So I got a lot of adductor, stimulus. I'll live not doing adductors for one day. But that was pretty much the majority of the workout. So I don't know what else to do with this video. So probably I'll end it here. I guess final words and thoughts on kind of everything I was talking about earlier. I think if we're going to be more involved, like if we're going to survive in this industry and actually help people, I think we need to learn to like educate without rage bait. We got to learn to, if we're going to play the whole knowledge doesn't equal physique card, we need to stop attacking people. If we truly want to actually help people and we're not just going for views, which I mean, some people are just going for views. But if you actually want to help people, stop rage baiting. Just stop. I don't care if you lose views. It's better to help 10,000 people, right? By telling them 10,000 people who might be watching your video versus rage bait, get 100,000 views and then 90,000+ of those people just don't like you. Like, I don't think you should be chasing views. Gonna be honest. I think if you really want to grow, you need to actually like work on educating, building a platform by creating content that's actually going to either help people or entertain people that doesn't rage bait, obviously. And then from there, you are going to be able to actually do what you intended to do. You're going to educate, right? Or entertain with science, right? Like there are like the science-based entertainers who are just like there to, honestly, I don't think the science-based entertainers are that bad. Like a lot of them are chill, but there are still some that rage bait a little bit too hard and then get pushback and then complain about their pushback. So realistically, just learn to be a little less arrogant, learn to be a little less aggressive with your approach to trying to teach people about science. Don't be like, oh, you fucking moron, don't know the chest crosses this joint. And like, at the end of the day, I've done it before, okay? I can't act like I've been perfect, but we got to learn that not everyone knows anatomy, right? Or basic, like some basic anatomy. Not even, most science-based people don't even know like all the anatomy that they really should. But even still, like most bro science people don't know terminology. So don't be all like arrogant when you know what adduction means and the bro science person doesn't. And then also like stop attacking people as much as I really think there are some people who are assholes out there. I'm not going to waste my time attacking other people and their content. I'm just going to block them. That's the truth. I am at this point where I just do not care to engage with Neanderthals. I'm just, like I have lots of people on that side, the bro science side, that I'm really cool with, but there's also just a lot of bad apples on that side as well. So learn to stop engaging with people who are assholes, because the more you engage with them, the more you're going to help their account and the more it's going to hurt your account. So either ways, I hope this conversation was useful to some people. I'll start posting again consistently. Don't worry, guys. So I guess going forward, this is going to be more of like a training log, a little bit of insight into some of my training. If you want more insight, obviously just join my community and my training group. I'm thinking about like honestly making a community for free, just because the training group community, obviously I love it, but I want to help more people. And I think, as much as it's nice to have a low entry, community, it would also be nice to have a place where everyone can go if they really want to. I don't know yet. Maybe I will, maybe I don't. But communities, it's free for 7 days, so you can at least check it out. Going over like my training daily with everyone. Usually they will see my training before anyone else does. If I decide to post my workouts, which I'm going to be doing 2 workouts per, week on YouTube. So you will be able to see some of it, but if you want to see everything, you got to go to the community. Also, programs are on there as well, but I'm working on a system that allows you to actually create your own workouts, select exercises from the library, track everything. On top of that, I'm also trying to build it for coaches. That way, if you want to, work off the app and coach people, you should be able to have all the tools that you were going to need as a coach. So working on a lot of things on the user side and the admin side for my website, but it's going to take some time. It's going to take like $50,000 to finance an app. So we're going to be here in the development stage for a while I, build my clientele and, fund the app. So either ways, it's enough yapping. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I guess I'll see you next time. So, bye.